Alright everyone, I talked about every single EX that I think could possibly get an EX. Now we're going to talk about every Bounty Fest I think is going to come in 2024. Maybe a little into 2025. I don't know how fast the anime will catch up or how slow they are. I think they're currently around 2 years behind the manga. 1 year and a half, something like that. It's a crazy amount of time, but we'll be talking about them. Some manga, some non-manga, but the manga ones I won't put till the end, unless if they're really soon coming up. But alright, first one, of course, Egghead Straw Hats. Of course, not all of them on one banner, but we'll get every single one. Probably some will be Step Up, some will be Bounty Fest. Like I could see a Sanji and Zoro Egghead Bounty Fest, dual Bounty Fest. Then of course we can get like a Luffy and I don't know, someone, maybe Nami. And then the others maybe are Step Ups, maybe Luffy and Jinbei, since we need a new Jinbei. The Wano one's pretty good, but we need a new one still. But yeah, all of them should come either as Step Ups or as Bounty Fest. And yeah, I think Zoro and Sanji are going to be at one banner, and then Luffy, and then maybe the rest are Step Up, I'm not sure. And then the second one I have is, of course, Flame Emperor Sabo. People think he could be EX, which is possible. I think he could be EX, but right now I'm just going to put him as a Bounty Fest. Ivankov, I put him on his banner, because of course there's got to be two. Normally, of course, some differences, like King was alone, Rayleigh was alone, Sanji, but he could be a standalone Bounty Fest. But I just put Ivankov in the banner. We need new Ivankov. The last one we got was in like when the game came out, I think. And yeah, a new Sabo would be amazing. I would hope he would be EX, but again, Bandai is weird and they make people weird people EXs like Yamato, but don't make people like Garp and EX. But yeah, I think Sabo is coming Bounty Fest sometime this year. He could be next, to be honest. But alright, next character though, we have the Seraphim. Of course, not just Bowen, Mihawk, Seraphim, but those two are the main ones we've seen so far. There are more, of course. They will be coming most likely soon. But yeah, people say they could be EXs. I don't think they're gonna be EXs since there's so many of them. There are only like a few of them, maybe. But since there's a ton of them, I don't think they're gonna be EXs. But next character, this one's a little bit of spoiler, but we've seen it in the opening. It's good enough to talk about. Awaken Lucci and Awaken Kaku. I couldn't find an Awaken Kaku picture, but Lucci will be extremely broken Bounty Fest, I think. He could even come right after the anniversary. I think that's what's going to happen, because he's going to be really, really soon in the anime, I believe. And yeah, Kaku, of course, with him. CP0 Kaku awakened also. Like I said, couldn't find the picture for him, but yeah. They will be a very broken Bounty Fest duo, I think. I think Kaku, I think he's still going to be runner. I could see him being defender in his giraffe form, maybe. But Lucci is 100% going to be attacker or runner. I don't see Lucci being a defender at all. But I think maybe he could be the first ever dual Bounty Fest unit, you know, like attacker defender. Because they've been starting to do that. Like Sanji was the first ever switching, color switching unit. He's not EX, just like Zoro. And did we get another one? I feel like we got another one, an EX ability for a Bounty Fest. I forgot, but yeah, it would be extremely cool if they did do that. And for the next one, I don't know how this would necessarily work, but the Vegapunks, of course, there's more than 2 of them, but the one we see in tonight's episode, well, tonight for me, when I'm recording this, and the Vegapunk, of course. I could see Vegapunk maybe using a ton of gadgets as his character. Would be really cool. I'm not sure if he would necessarily get a Bounty Fest, but it would be extremely cool in my opinion. And then, of course, the evil, I wouldn't really call it evil, but the one Vegapunk that likes messing around with gadgets and trying to kill people. More psycho, I guess, Vegapunk. that we'll see in tonight's episode, like I said. And I think of the other Vegapunks could also get Bounty Fest, especially the one with the mask. I forgot his name, but I think he's the one that fights the most out of all of them. And yeah, they'll be extremely cool Bounty Fest. I think they deserve Bounty Fest. I don't think Vegapunk deserves a step up, but yeah, it'd be fun seeing him run around with his gadgets. I just like maybe he gets like some kind of ray gun or something to shoot at people, and of course evil Vegapunk, she could maybe control like some robotic stuff, maybe some robots, some shark. I don't know how that would work, but I would assume she would just control stuff, maybe a giant robot she can go into, something like that. Alright, next we're going back to the Revolutionary Army. Of course we got Bello, Betty, and Karasu. So we just need, I forgot their names, I don't know, Morley, and I don't know the raccoon guy's name, I forgot already. But they would be extremely cool. I think the raccoon guy definitely could be a runner. Morley is 100% a defender, if he can even get into the game. He is gigantic, but that didn't stop Bandai in the past from adding gigantic characters. And yeah, I think he's gonna be defender easily. I mean, he can go underground. He maybe have some kind of ability like honestly no, I could see him being runner because what's his name, Senor Pink is runner, and he can go underground. Maybe he can do that. Gigantic runner who can go underground, pop up on the treasures, something like that. But I think the raccoon guy, he seems very agile, and he seems like a runner. Maybe he could fly his jetpack to different treasures, stuff like that. Of course, he has a lot of gadgets. Maybe he also like bomb he can throw at people or something like that. And then Morley, he'll probably just whack people with his giant stick, staff, whatever it's called. But for the next character, we're going back to Wano. There's a few Wano characters that they haven't made Bounty Fest yet, which I believe there's only 4 major ones that deserve Bounty Fest, unless if I am, I can't think of them. But so for the first 2, of course, is Hybrid Jack and Hybrid Orochi, or not Hybrid Orochi, just Orochi in his dragon form. I think Orochi would be a very cool Bounty Fest character. I think Jack, he does look weird in his hybrid form, but I think he'd be a really cool character too. They could also add Hybrid King. Technically they didn't add a Hybrid King yet, but I don't know. If they do add another king, I would prefer a king where maybe he is king, you know, and then has his mask on, then maybe he get hit once, his mask falls off, and he can transform or something like that. That'd be really cool for king. And then the next Bounty Fest for Wano I have is Dogstorm and Cat Viper. In their Sulong forms, I think they should easily get a Bounty Fest. I mean, they could make them step-ups, but I don't know, I think they deserve a Bounty Fest. They're really cool characters. They'd be very, very good attackers, probably, or runners. Maybe even defender, not sure about defending, but yeah, I'm not surprised Bandai didn't add them yet. They would be extremely cool to be in the game. And then we're getting on to a little more manga stuff. I mean, I'm not going to say what happens in the manga, but Kobe and Helmeppo, of course something's going to happen. And Kobe, his attack was extremely cool, he used in the manga. This Kobe won't come for a while though now. And then Helmeppo, I didn't really know who to throw along with Kobe. I would have thrown Garp there, but I really think Garp is getting an EX finally. Bandai doesn't make the next Garp that will appear soon in an EX, they messed up big time. But yeah, Kobe, he is extremely good. We've seen a little bit of his training when he was protecting Dressrosa Princess and guiding them to Majua. And then Helmeppo, he's also extremely cool. They could make him just some kind of random attacker. I mean, honestly, he deserves step up more than whatever, but I couldn't think of anyone to throw along with Kobe. I could have thrown one of the random Marines on with him, but nah, I think Helmeppo will come with him. Then next we're getting to the Blackbeard Pirates. There's quite a few of them that we have to cover, but first ones are Shilu. Of course, he deserves another character with his invisibility fruit. The other Shilu was from Impel Down, or it was either Impel Down or it was just before he ate his devil fruit, because he can't use it in that form. And then of course Katharina Devon, she has the mythical 9-tailed fox fruit. Imagine a attack from her where she could turn into a teammate and I don't know how they would do it, but just make it look exactly like their teammate, and they couldn't even know. And maybe something like that, or maybe she'll just use her powers in another way, but that'd be boring. And I think maybe she could get some kind of disguise ability, but yeah, again, I don't know how that would work. That'd be very hard to pull off, but it would be very cool. For the next Blackbeard pirates we have Burgess and Van Augur. I won't go into too much, but they get new powers, and they easily deserve a bounty vest after the new powers. Burgess will probably be attacker, and Van Augur would be, I think he would be a good, let's see, good runner, maybe a defender. I've seen them make sniper characters runners before, which is weird, but yeah, like Usopp, but I think he'd be a really good defender, mostly. With his devil fruit, he would be basically like Momonosuke, I would say, teleporting to different treasures, which would be cool. And finally, for the Blackbeard pirates, I think, yeah, is, I don't know either of their names, I forget of these, Pizarre and Vasco, I think that's their names, yeah. They both get new devil fruits, once again, of course. And there are other Blackbeard pirates, I just don't think the other ones are either viable, like the gigantic one that's bigger than islands, or I just think they're step up level. But these are the main Blackbeard pirates. Maybe they could get Doc Q as a bounty fest, but I think he'll be step up. And yeah, of course there's different ones. Doc Q's devil fruit is extremely cool. I think they could make him a bounty fest actually, now that I think about it, but these two, they're extremely cool also. We have the Junk fruit, and I honestly forgot Pizarro's fruit. I have no idea what it is, but I love Vasquer's fruit. It's so weird, and actually kinda OP. But alright, that's it for the Blackbeard pirates. Now let's go into Film Red. Now, of course, I think Kizu will get an EX when he appears in the manga next, but honestly, Bandai didn't make Green Bolt EX. I think, yeah, I know he got like destroyed by Shanks, but he's still an Admiral. I think Admirals deserve EX level, and I easily think Fujitoa and Kizugu both should be in the EX, but Bandai weird, they probably will make him Bounty Fest, at least the Film Red versions. I'm really hoping Kizugu will get an EX when he comes into the anime, when they reveal him again. But Fujitoa, maybe he could be a step up, but yeah, if they ever make more Film Red characters, which they definitely should, I think there will be step ups. And then next, this one's a little manga spoiler. I'm not really gonna go into it though, but Kuma and Bonnie, of course, both of them have a past, and Bonnie has displayed extremely OP powers, and I think she easily deserves a bounty vest. Of course, she's a worst generation member also. And then Kuma, of course, he needs a new bounty vest. It would be really cool. Not sure how they would make him a bounty vest when he is basically a robot, but they can make it happen easily. Maybe they go into the past, bring that one, maybe, who knows. And then of course Dragon, I think Dragon will come pretty soon also as an EX, not soon, maybe like a year or two, but alright, final character, we have Sulong, Beppo, and Law. I would really like it if they made Law the female Law, that'd be funny. If they made him the bounty vest instead of just normal Law, but if not, this is what it would look like probably. And we got normal Law, Sulong, Beppo. I won't really say what they did, but they're coming up in the manga, like I think actually in like 5 episodes, and we'll see what happens. Maybe right after Blackbeard they'll come out as bounty vest, but I don't think Law will get a standalone EX. That would be extremely cool, but I just don't think it will happen. And of course Beppo, obvious choice to throw him along the banner. I mean, we haven't seen Beppo fight. I think he just threw one punch, and that's all we saw of him, but they could easily make a character out of him with just one move that they showed. Now, I'm not sure if I forgot anybody, but that's all I can think of that are to come. Of course, there's older arcs that they'll cover. I can't really think of any other than the few revolutionary armies from Mary Joie, a few characters from Wano that they haven't done, Kobe, stuff like that. Sabo, of course. But other than that, I think this year will be a ton of Egghead Island. Of course, the current arc, they pretty much did everyone's from Wano that deserves an EX in my opinion, other than the 4 I mentioned. And yeah, I think OPBR will get some pretty hyped characters this year, and along with whatever EXs they throw at us. But yeah, if I forgot anyone, just say in the comments. I asked who I forgot. There's so many One Piece characters, I had no idea. And while I was making this, I had like 4 banners, and I just kept thinking of more and more characters to make banners of. And it kind of got out of hand. I wasn't gonna do this many, but I just kept thinking of characters. But of course, there's a lot of OG characters that could get maybe a few from Alabasta, a few from Skypiea, and stuff like that.